Cosa vedremo in questa mostra? Vedremo gli architetti che sperimentano e quindi che ci presentano gli sforzi del loro lavoro di sperimentazione. Visioni molto forti, oggetti di per sé da considerare come manifesti di forme, manifesti di intenti creativi. Aaron Betsky ci dà il punto di frontiera che attualmente interessa molto gran parte del mondo dell'architettura, tra architettura come arte del fare edifici, architettura come arte dell'organizzare lo spazio che ci circonda.
Why beyond buildings? Well, because this is a show about architecture, and you might say that's contradictory. Isn't architecture building? No. Buildings are buildings. Architecture is something different. Architecture is everything that is about building. It is how we think about buildings, how we draw buildings, how we organize buildings, how buildings present themselves in facades and interiors. And these days, buildings are designed more and more not by architects who make architecture, and not to be architecture, but to be cheap and easy and efficient. They are designed by code, building codes, safety codes so you can get in and out safely, by codes of how things are placed, by conventions, by financial codes that tell you how much things can cost, get things as cheaply as possible. And finally, of course, by computer codes, which standardize everything so that the architect is almost forced to make the most efficient building. Architecture, very difficult to find. So, we need to move beyond buildings. Buildings have become the tomb of architecture. We need to resurrect it. We need to find an architecture beyond building, before buildings, through buildings, in buildings, somewhere. Now, why do we need to find architecture? Because we still want architecture. Because architecture is that which makes us at home in the modern world. That which creates a relationship between us and the world around us, between us and other people. It creates a frame, a structure, a sequence of spaces in which we can place ourselves and through which we can understand where we are in relationship to everything around us. We need architecture to not only tell us where we are, but to open up our physical world to new possibilities, to say the world does not have to be the way it is today. We can make it different. We can unbuild it. We can open it up. We can create a new kind of architecture, and we have asked a whole group of architects to show us that new kind of architecture here in the 11th International Architecture Biennale of Venice. When I first thought about doing this Biennale, I was trying to figure out what to do, and my partner Peter Haberkorn said, well, of course, first thing you have to do is call Thomas and Nikki, and I had to agree with him because they are the designers that I know who are most quickly and most concisely able to encapsulate the absolute essence of anything in a design form, whether it's a political party, or whether it's a museum, or whether it's a theater or a theater performance, or I figured a biennale. They would be able to figure out absolutely the most elemental thing to do, and they did.